Hey, this podcast holds nothing sacred. This is Life, Tech, and Sundry. And what is Sundry? It's our experiences put in a melting pot to the internet. So join us on this wild ride called the LTS Podcast. Follow us at LT Sundry on Twitter, LTS.pod on Instagram, Life, Tech, and Sundry on YouTube, and all your favorite podcast distribution services. Stay frosty.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this episode of LTS Out of Office. My name is Marcos Lopez, and you're joining me on this journey, if you will, of getting to explore the culinary recipes of the contiguous United States time zones. Last time, we talked about the Mountain Time Zone. So what are we going to talk today? What time zone will it be? Do you think it's going to be East Coast? Do you think it's going to be West Coast? Well, no. It's going to be the Central Time Zone. Remember, wherever you're listening, leave me a comment. Let's say this time on X. Hashtag LTS Meals. Remember that little pound sign, uppercase L, uppercase T, uppercase S, lowercase, everything else. MEALS. I'll put a little image here so that you won't forget. But yeah, if you want to share your recipes, please and thank you. So, this episode is the Central Carbo Load. Casseroles, comfort, and culinary chaos. I love alliteration. Hey, welcome, dear listeners, to this episode of LTS Out of Office. Get ready to be absolutely shook. I'm this episode's hype man, Marcos Lopez. And we're not just going through the time zone of the center of the United States, Central Time Zone specifically. We're speeding into the Central region, the unapologetic, chaotic heart of American Thanksgiving. We just got the receipts, if you will, on what's the real search champions. And trust me, your old recipes are canceled. It's about basically a popularity contest. What's more popular since the inception of the search engine Google to last year's recipes, 2024? Took a while to try to compile all this information. Why? Because people had to ask the search engine Google to find out what's a popular food item. And that took a while and many tries. This isn't just a list. It's a declaration of the Central Time Zone's Carb Load Central, where every dish is a 10 in my book. But don't take my word for it. It's what the search engine pulled out, what people typed in. If you will, the people voted. Search engine just doesn't pull information from the ether because it's an artificial intelligence. No. A little bit, but no. It's because people asked these questions since the inception of the search engine. So let's slide in. We're replacing that cringe with straight heat. Wait for it. That was New Mexico. No. This is Central Time Zone. That will totally take over the search game. Let's get this bread and maybe dip it in some good ancho chili sauce. You never know. Butter, straight butter. I'm gonna grab some fork and extra plates actually. The northern squad for the Central Time Zone is a vibe check. The Midwestern side, North Dakota, Minnesota, and ... Up here, where the Midwest chill is no joke, the focus is less on the main turkey and more on ensuring the side dish game is absolutely iconic. The main dish is the roast turkey. No surprises there. It's basic but fine. Thanksgiving after all. But the real flex is in the sides. Kicking it off with North Dakota is standing hard on the green bean casserole like the previous episodes. No, one episode since this episode. Proving it's the Northern Central comfort food champion that sends their search results skyrocketing. In Missouri, the ultimate flex is the simple, high-traffic, creamy mashed potatoes. They prioritize that perfect creamy starch base to be absolutely iconic. Minnesota throws a wrench into the classics with some sausage and herb stuffing, ditching the boring bread for a richer, bolder flavor profile. They are low-key telling the other states that their stuffing is basic. Man, stuffing is still good. Again, I'm a fat boy. And at heart, cholesterol levels would attest to that. My tummy just cried. I'm just hungry just thinking about stuffing, Thanksgiving stuffing. And the Northern search history proves that Thanksgiving here is less about innovation and more about pure, unadulterated comfort. The carb load is a non-negotiable mandate. Of course, it's freaking cold up there. You're just gonna need all those carbs to stay alive. It's part of their culture. They're gonna have to use carb-heavy meals. The turkey, historically, or if you're not aware, not that prone to having a lot of fat on it. Has a lot of meat. You're gonna eat that meat, but you're gonna need extra carbs just to survive. Mind you, November, pretty cold up there in those areas. Despite the feuding sides, the desert with 2 S's, desert game remains completely valid and consistent with the classic pumpkin pie, ruling all 3 states. It's the one OG they all respect. I know I do, at least. I'm going to need extra napkins because I'm drooling over here. The Southern legends. The deep fryer flex, Texas and Louisiana. Alright, we've settled the Midwest side dish wars. But you didn't think the Central Zone was done yet, did you? Of course not. Get ready, brace yourself to ditch the snow boots for the flip-flops, because we're dropping straight into the southern heat. This isn't just a geographical shift, it's a major vibe shift. From simple comfort to straight-up culinary bravado. Driving south, the vibe changes completely. They ditch the standard oven and replace it with pure chaos and oil. This is where the holiday menu gets its definitive, unapologetic southern glow up. The main course is the deep fried turkey, in both Texas and Louisiana, by the way. A cultural statement that says, quote, "We don't trust an oven, we trust a massive propane burner," end quote. The deep fryer flex is pure southern bravado, and their search results show they're willing to risk it all for that perfect, crispy, and incredibly juicy meat. It's a stereotype in the South. You just deep fry basically everything. Deep fried ice cream, deep fried hot dogs, corn dogs, deep fried Oreo cookies. May I say more? If you're from over there, shout out at LTS Meals. Hashtag LTS Meals. Their highest search side dish is the ultimate regional staple, cornbread dressing, which is required to soak up all that amazing turkey flavor and is treated like a main dish itself because it's right there, soaking up all the juices of that fried turkey. Deep fried turkey, by the way. Texas keeps the appetizer heat coming with high traffic searches for queso and salsa, proving no holiday menu is safe from Tex-Mex glow up. It's mandatory dipping, by the way. Can't get into Texas and not get queso or salsa in any eatery, if you will. It's just a staple. Just ask for it. They'll probably even hand it out for free. Mind you, the Mexican in me, salsa's good and great. Jalapenos. There's canned, what's the word? Canned jalapeno peppers in vinegar. In Spanish, chiles en vinagre, pickled jalapeno peppers. There's different versions of the jalapeno peppers in size. with carrots, diced carrots, onion, and the jalapeno peppers could be sliced open, or or like in long ways, or in like a chip, or the whole thing just you bite into it. I'm biased toward that. I don't know why. Just where I grew up. But I'm not gonna say no to some queso or salsa, by the way, okay? So, let's continue. Louisiana hits us with the most unique starter, shrimp stuffed merleton. If I said that wrong, please tell me at #LTS meals, which is a next level sophisticated seafood flex that honors local ingredients and proves their menu is simply superior. Shrimp with a little bit of Old Bay, maybe? Who's to say? Share me your shrimp stuffed merleton dish. If it's from the family, even better. But if you got one that calls you, #LTS meals. Please, I want to hear you. I want to try these dishes. The dessert with 2 S's, goat. Pecan pie, period. The meal is over. But the debate isn't. In the South, there is only one correct answer. Final course. The dessert chat is over. Pecan pie is the absolute GOAT in both Texas and Louisiana, easily slaying pumpkin pie in the search engine traffic. It's like a race, if you will. The pecan pie is rich, gooey, and heavy. It's the perfect final carb load to signify that the central feast is finally done, and you need a long post-meal slumber. The Southern menu shows an immense level of cultural pride and sophistication, from the seafood starters to the heavy-hitting pie. Ultimately, the Southern Central searches prioritize bold, distinct flavors and an intense cultural identity, making their Thanksgiving one of the most exciting on the map. The style is proof that the Central region is not boring. It is the savage heart of comfort food, where every search is a mandate for ultimate flavor. And that's the Central region for you, dear listener. Pure chaos, pure flavor, and absolutely slaying the search game. We've covered everything from mashed potatoes to pecan pie. However, there are 2 time zones still left to cover in the month of November. Are you ready for the next episode where we talk either about the West Coast or the East Coast? Which time zone do you think I'm going to talk about? To find out, stay tuned. Whichever that may be, you already know it's going to be delicious. Because like it or not, each region is different. Might as well be its own country. I can do more episodes, but my specialization that I wanted to share with you was to grab as much and show what was hitting the search engine more. Specifically, just one. Big G, OOGLE. Man, my stomach's growling. I gotta go eat something. Probably gonna get I don't know. Well, talk to you guys later. If you want to, if you really need to, correct me on anything, please reach out on X, Instagram, or on YouTube comments. Leave a like, share this episode, and you already know, wash your hands, and remember to stay frosty. Until next time, bye.